Welcome back to Hey Kentucky at Graceland, where they just recently drew past 20 million people have stepped on this hallowed ground of Elvis's home.
I mean, looking around, I'm surprised it's not more. There's so many here today, but that is just crazy numbers to come see this place. It's almost like an amusement park around here, too.
I enjoyed it, though. Now, is in Memphis. John Calipari, of course, coached here, and people here have a very negative view of him now. It's odd. So we decided to look into why on this special segment of what happened with John Calipari in Memphis.
The Kentucky Wildcats are headed to another Sweet 16. This year it's in Memphis. You know Memphis, home of the University of Memphis, that school where John Calipari coached before Kentucky. So Cal's going back, but are folks excited to see him?
It's a huge topic of conversation. I mean, I put up on my Facebook page just the question, what do you think? Tell me what you think about John coming back to Memphis. And within an hour, I'd gotten like 180 comments. Half of them are, I still appreciate what he did, and half of them are, I hope he rots in hell.
When John Calipari got to Memphis in 2000, hopes were high that he'd bring new life to a stale Tiger program. But that didn't start out so hot.
His relationship with the fans, when he first got here, there were some struggles early on because the success didn't come immediately. So some people were wondering if, this guy's snake oil, because he talks a lot, which he did. And he was really good at promoting the program. But at the time, his promotion was way ahead of where the program was. So people were wondering, wow, when is one going to catch up with the other one? But when it did, some of those people that were like, they were kind of skeptical, they fell in line because, man, this Memphis team went from winning 20 games to 26, 27, and they went from 27 to 30 every year.
Then this group from Laurinburg came in, and it was the core of the group that would lead them to those three straight Elite Eights. And it was Antonio Anderson and Joey Dorsey and Chris Douglas Roberts. And then, of course, for the penultimate year, the year they got to the championship, he added in the best player in the country, Derrick Rose. So he was wildly popular here. And the place was packed and rolling.
4 straight Sweet 16s, 3 Elite Eights, and a championship game later, the Tigers had a buzz. And along with that buzz, a new spotlight on Calipari.
There was talk every year after Memphis got back good again and under Calipari that, wow, somebody's coming to get Cal. Somebody's coming to get Cal, or he's talking to this one, or this program's coming after him. Some of that could have been Calipari-inspired talk to get more money for himself, and I'm sure a lot of it there were other teams that were interested in trying to come in and steal him away from this program.
Then Kentucky fired Billy Gillispie. Remember that? In retrospect, that sounds so crazy, right? But we did.
In 2009, Memphis goes out to Phoenix for the Sweet 16. They're playing Missouri. The day before the game is when Billy Gillispie got fired. Well, then all of a sudden, the speculation turns to, who is Kentucky going to hire? For the next week, the Cal to Kentucky speculation would reach a fever pitch. Memphis fans feared their coach would leave them behind, and here in Kentucky, we watched a live webcam of a door for 3 days. It certainly created a huge sense of drama. There was people outside of his house, constant, news cameras, and people that pizzas would come in, and people would try to interpret that as something was going on. It was really strange. It was sort of like selecting a new pope, and you're waiting for the white smoke.
And the day that when it appeared that he might be leaving, people were camped out and basically outside of his house with signs saying, "Please don't go." This sort of begging kind of thing that was happening.
Somebody drove by and said that he announced he's gone, and we couldn't confirm it, so we just came out here for one last ditch effort.
Then it officially happened.
This, for our family and for me personally, was the hardest decision I've ever had to tackle. Wasn't about going to Kentucky. Had nothing to do with that made it hard. It was about how do you leave a place that you feel so connected to.
Heartbreak. Absolute heartbreak.
It's just really disappointing.
It's horrible.
I know people are going to be angry. I can't, and I understand. But I hope over a period of time, people will understand that we absolutely loved it here.
Oh yeah, and he also took recruits DeMarcus Cousins and John Wall with him.
Okay, you left, I'll get over it eventually, but you took all the house and the car and and the jewels and everything else and the kids. And now we don't have anything.
Came to town, I hated him. I found out how to love him, but now I hate him again.
Well, that was understandable. You know, really liking a coach and suddenly having him leave for someplace else is never easy. But hey, good news for us. We got John Calipari, and he was excited to be here.
This is pretty heady stuff for me. But this was a dream I had since we brought our team down here, and I believe it was 1992. We had won the Alaska Shootout, came down here to play, and I could not believe the environment. And at that point, I said, I'd love to coach there someday.
So we were happy, and Memphis fans, well, you know, whatever. They'll get over it, right? They did not get over it. In fact, when the new president of the university wanted to recognize Cal for his Naismith Hall of Fame induction in 2015, an angry Twitter and email campaign caused Memphis President David Rudd not only to call off the event, but issue this statement.
I apologize for the unnecessary upset, embarrassment, and genuine distress generated by the issue of honoring Coach John Calipari on the occasion of his installation into the College Basketball Hall of Fame. We will not be recognizing Coach Calipari at the University of Memphis.
Yikes. And now Cal's headed back to Memphis. And how will he be received?
Well, I think people were very hurt, obviously. You have all the success. They offered John everything to stay. But, you know, it's Kentucky, and I think most reasonable people, you know, could not blame him for that. But, you know, fans are fans.
He's a force of nature. He's neither good nor evil.
And when this force of nature blows into Bluff City this weekend, he'll be bringing a lot of Kentucky fans with him. And that's all that matters when the Cal Show returns to Memphis.
If I miss anything, I mean, the winning's fun. The winning's a blast. But also, like, he's the best talker probably that I've ever covered. Like, that was fun. And I think Thursday will be fun.
Great stuff there from Chris Tomlin, Noah, Daniel, all the folks here at Hey Kentucky. Let me ask you, are you surprised at how much animosity and sort of salt there is from Memphis fans?
A little. I mean, obviously Cal's not going to get a very warm welcome from the city, but I mean, I think they got to appreciate what he did for them, not look at how he left. I mean, what's Memphis basketball without him?
You're Memphis basketball. You're, Calipari made you awesome. You should support him, not be mad.
Like my high school girlfriend said, smile because it happened, don't cry because it's over.
That's exactly right. All of my girlfriends say that. We'll take a break and be right back. This is Hey Kentucky here at Graceland.